Have you been curious about what the housing market is actually doing here in Walton Hills? Hi, I'm Teresa Cease, and I'm a local realtor. I actually also live here in Walton Hills. The last few years have been insane. Bidding wars, waived inspections. I've also heard that some buyers were offering their firstborn. Just kidding. Buyers have become so frustrated. Sellers were afraid to sell. They were afraid that if they sold, they'd have no place to go. All of this was caused by lack of inventory and crazy low interest rates, 2%. Low interest rates attract more buyers. Low interest rates also give buyers more buying power. So if a buyer has more buying power, they're less likely to be afraid to spend more on the home. And it wasn't long before landlords heard how much their properties were worth. So the rents started going up, and then landlords also were selling their properties. So this also produced, you guessed it, more buyers. Tons of buyers plus low inventory equals a seller's market. Supply and demand. So what does the market look like now? We are now in a more balanced market. Interest rates have gone up. They're relatively still low, 6%. So now buyers have less buying power. They're a little bit more cautious as far as how much they're going to spend on a home because they know their mortgage payment is going to be now higher. So they're more conservative. There are now more homes for sale. So more listings, right? But we're still not back to normal. Bidding wars still happen, but the house has to be priced right and marketed correctly. That's why it's so important when it comes time to sell that you pick a realtor that's experienced. You don't want someone just to come over and stick a sign in the yard. Your home is your biggest asset. You have one shot to get the most out of it. Not only is it important to have the right realtor when you're selling, but it's also important to have one when you're buying as well. You want a realtor that's going to be aggressive for you on the buying side now more than ever. What does our market look like here in Walton Hills? So over the last 6 months, we had 16 houses sell. Currently, we have 2 in contract, which just means that they're waiting for the sale to go through. And we have 1 active listing. That means 1 home for sale in Walton Hills. 1 lonely home for sale. So if you are a buyer and you wanted to move to our community, that means you only have 1 house to pick from. I would say 1 home screams low inventory. So if you're thinking of selling anytime in the near future, I would love to stop by and offer you a complimentary home analysis based on the homes that are selling in our neighborhood. Without the opportunity of meeting you and taking a tour of your home, it's impossible for me to know the current value. I'd like to stop by and take a look at the condition and note if there's been any upgrades made. You can always shoot me a text or give me a call. I always answer. Once again, I'm Teresa Cease, and I'm your local realtor.